Magandang araw mga katrops, and ngayon seryosong usapan muna tayo. As you can see in the title of my vlog, this is about my grandma, Nanay Nelia, my late grandma. And guys, today is her birthday. Gusto kong gawin tong video na to about her, for her, and I want to share my experience with you guys about my grieving process at yung mga bagay na tumulong sa akin to move on, to move forward, and to live my life again. Sa mga nakakakilala sa akin guys, Nanay Nelia was a very big part of my life. She's my lola, but I call her Nanay, my second mom. And I was very close to her, and her death was very sudden, na wala talaga nakapag-prepare sa amin. I feel like this is the most bitter pill I have to swallow in my life. I'm doing this video because I think this is very timely, especially now in this time of pandemic, that there's a lot of people who have lost their loved ones unexpectedly and suddenly, and I hope makatulong sa inyo to, and makapagbigay ako sa inyo ng konting hope and konting liwanag, lalo na sa mga tao ngayong nasasaktan at nagdadalamhati. It was 2015, 5 years ago, when we decided to go on a vacation sa Philippines. Bumalik kaming lahat. We went to Palawan. And then we came back here. Nanay Nelia decided to stay there for a little bit to spend some more time with the relatives. And unfortunately, she had a heart attack. And when I first heard the news, mga katrops, sa totoo lang, wala akong nararamdaman, parang wala akong naipa-process, walang ma-process yung utak ko. I felt numb. Talagang manhid lang, di ako nalulungkot, di ako naluluha. After some time, nabobombard na ako ng mga information about her death, that I started feeling this ache in my heart. And it's a different ache, mga katrops. It's something I have never felt before. Like I told everybody, my friends, like I never knew pain until I felt this pain, and it was something else. We have to travel back to the Philippines. So most of the time, kaming mga nandito sa US, when we go back to the Philippines, our heart is full of joy because we're coming home. It's just joy, it's just happiness, excitement. And I never, ever have imagined that I would go back to the Philippines with a heavy heart. That I feel like I don't want to come back. I don't umuwi. And then we were there, we saw her. And what really hurts me is that feeling that I was left hanging, para akong naiwan sa ere, mga katrops, because itong babaeng to na mahal ko, it's like she's gone. She's gone, and she's for good. Like, you know, no goodbyes. I have never said goodbye. No more last I love you. Like, Nay, mahal kita, sana alam mo. Nothing. And hindi ko maalala kung anong huli kong sinabi sa kanya. Hindi ko maalala kung anong huli niyang sinabi sa akin, which really pains me. Because no one knows na yun pala yung huli namin pag-uusap. That was the last. You cannot ever have the closure you wanted. You will just be there hanging. And I was there for a long time, mga katrops. I was there for a long time. Katrops, nung pumunta kami ng Palawan, yung last vacation ko with her, we were in a boat ride. Magkatabi kami ni Nanay Nelia. I was listening to this song. This song was a love song, Sweet Baby by Jimmy Bondo. I kind of leaned my head over her shoulder. Every time I hear the song again, it always brings me back to that memory, to that moment. And all I can think about when I hear the song is her. This song that I used to like, enjoy because it's a love song, now it pains me. But I still listen to the song and I listen to it a lot because naalala ko siya. And then after some time, the pain gets more and more frequent. Minsan natutulala ka na lang. And then you begin to question God. God, ba't ngayon? Ba't ako? Bakit siya? Ba't kami? Mga katrops, 2015, before the death happened, was one of the most blessed years of my life. Everything was going so good in my career, in my personal life, in my family life, financially. Everything was going so smooth that I was praising God all the time, every day. And they said it's easy to praise God when everything is going right and everything is going your way. And then this happened. I started to break down. My faith was shaking. I've been questioning God, asking Him a lot of questions. I was very depressed. I was very hateful to the people who took care of my grandma, to the hospital, to myself, to the situation. And I carried that hate for a long time. Meron ako nakita, mga katrops, na the ball in the box analogy about grieving, about pain. Now you have a box, there's the ball, and then there's the button on the side. At pag tinatamaan ng bola, yung button na yun, you feel pain. Sa simula ng grieving process, the ball is super big, na hindi siya nagkakasya sa box. So every time you move the box, tinatamaan niya yung pain button na yun. So, sakit. But as time goes by, the ball shrinks, lumiliit. But the pain button is still there. You can move now at times and it wouldn't hit the pain button. Pero at one point, it would still do. At pag tinamaan ng bola, yung pain button na yun, the pain is still the same. The intensity feels like it just happened yesterday. And totoo, mga katrops, kahit ilang taon pa yan, pag naalala mo ang isang memory, na-miss mo siya, naalala mo siya, yung kirot sa puso mo'y ganun pa rin. It's the same. And you just happen to adapt and cope. It's a different kind of pain. And it's more of emptiness. Kulang. Meron kang kakulangan sa puso mo na hindi mo mapunan. Kahit sino pang dumating na mahalin ka o mahalin mo, that void in your heart would never be filled. And it's been 5 years, mga trops, and I feel like I'm doing so much better. But within those years, I've learned these 3 points that help me cope and move forward therapeutically. Number 1, mga katrops, we should always remember that God doesn't owe us anything. Yung oras natin sa mundo is borrowed time. Yung oras natin sa mundo, yung pages ng buhay natin, nakasulat na yan sa aklat ng Panginoon. Pag sinabi niyang 20 years, 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, hanggang doon ka lang. Hindi natin pagmamayari ang mga nanay natin, ang mga magulang natin, ang mga anak natin, ang mga kapatid natin. We don't own them. And God doesn't owe us any explanation or reason bakit sila namatay, bakit sila kinuha na. For us, they were gone too soon, but in reality, mga katrops, they have lived their full life. And we should always remember that. Hindi siya short-lived. That was borrowed time from God. At yun lang ang nilaan ni God para sa kanila. And we're still here sa mundo because we still have pages to turn. And we still have a purpose to fulfill. Second point, mga katrops. Dapat nating ma-realize na itong buhay na to, we don't live our life for ourselves, but for the people we love and for the people who love us and loved us. Para to, hindi to para sa'yo. Hindi ka lang nabubuhay para sa sarili mo. Nabubuhay ka para sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. Nabubuhay ka para sa mga taong nagmamahal sa'yo. And kasama doon yung mga loved ones natin na pumanaw. That's why when we move on, when we move forward with our lives, we are doing them a favor na huwag tayong mapariwara. Huwag nating sayangin ang buhay natin. We should do everything in memory, in the loving memory of them and in honor of them. We should always strive to make them proud of us. That's the least we can do for them. Huwag nating sasayangin ang buhay natin. Huwag tayong magpapakain sa depression because of the pain and the grief na nararamdaman natin. Because I know, looking down at us, kung napariwara tayo, it would break their hearts. And the last point, mga katrops, is the faith na meron sa puso ko. Faith na itong mundong ito, this is not it. There will be another life. And if we do things in accordance to God's will and purpose, I have this deep faith in my heart that we will see them again. Nakikita ko ulit si Nanay Nelia. Nakikita niya ako ulit. Hindi ko man nakuha yung goodbye ko dito. It's because it's not the end. So there's no point in saying goodbye. And that faith that I have in my heart, that I believe na magkikita uli kami, is enough to live my life day by day. We can lose everything, pero kung may faith tayo, we will always have something. We will never be empty. Pag napag-uusapan si Nanay Nelia, may lungkot, may saya. But at the end of the day, mga katrops, yung 3 points na sinabi ko sa inyo have made a huge impact. And I hope na yung mga sinabi ko can help kahit papano. I know, bawat tao ay may different grieving process and coping mechanism, but hopefully, nakatulong ako sa inyo kahit papano. And maraming salamat mga katrops at sinamahan niyo ako sa aking kwento. And bago ko goodbye sa inyo, gusto ko lang sabihin na, Nanay Nelia, huwag mo akong kakalimutan. Never kita nakalimutan. Every day of my life. And I will see you again. Maraming salamat dahil I would never achieve any of this without your help. And mahal na mahal kita, Nay. And muli, happy birthday. Diyan sa langit.